Welcome back to another episode. This time we're at Albert Park in Australia for round number 3. If you saw the first 2 episodes, we are currently sitting 4th in the constructors. That's about where we are. A nice little gap between us and Alfa Romeo and McLaren. McLaren seem to be pretty fast this year. They just haven't got the results. I think their qualifying pace is certainly better than their race pace, but our race performance is definitely better than our qualifying, and that is why we are P4. We're hoping we can somewhat creep into the top 3 potentially this year. Gasly's got off to a better start than Magnussen. I think Magnussen did outscore Gasly last Grand Prix, but we're going to see what we can do, and you can see it is a bit of a mix-up with Hamilton in the McLaren, Bottas back in the Mercedes, and the Red Bull and the Ferrari drivers remaining the same. I think we might have upgrades coming in. I'll tell you what, we got a big rear wing upgrade coming in 6 days. I don't think it's going to be ready for the Australian Grand Prix. That is a little bit annoying. But once that comes in, we'll also get a suspension in. They should be ready for the race after. So upgrades are coming in. We're going to get the car up to speed. We're going to get faster. And, hold on a second, this is what we need. The factory will be completed in 10 days. That means more manufacturing, faster development speed. That will also help us out as well. While we're here, why don't we do a suspension simulator upgrade? 10 mil. We'll get that in, and we'll just keep upgrading our facilities. There it is. Rear wing design is complete. Let's see. Can we manufacture one before the Grand Prix? Yes, we can. Could we manufacture 2 of them? We can. We're going to get both new parts before the Australian Grand Prix. Okay, that's what I like to see. So new parts are going to be coming in. We're going to rush it. We can confirm that. We'll get 5 in, so we have plenty to go off of. That's good news. We're going to have upgrades for the Australian Grand Prix. Look at this major upgrade we've got coming on the rear wing. So on the left is what it currently is. On the right is going to be the new parts. So top speed we go up to 11th. 13th in acceleration, and that's going to be a big boost. That is going to help us fight against the top teams a little bit more. I really don't understand these rankings on the side, because if we were really 18th and 16th of what they're saying, we wouldn't be fighting up there. So I think something's got to be wrong with those. But anyway, with the upgrades, we've gotten faster. We've got faster top speed now. Maybe we could be a bit more competitive in Australia. And let's see if we can get some strong points. I am mildly confident about having a very good weekend here, just on the basis that our car is very good around high-speed corners, and we know Albert Park, especially with the updated track, is a high-speed corner track. It suits our car. I feel like we're going to have a solid weekend. Gasly looked on the pace, especially in practice. Hopefully it carries over to qualifying, and maybe we could be up there with the big guns. You can see a 17.6. Now we're going to compare that to Perez. We're ahead of a Red Bull. I'm not sure if we got held up, but we're ahead of a Red Bull. We're ahead of AlphaTauri, ahead of Alpine. He might have got held up. We're ahead of a McLaren. Where's the Mercedes? Okay, so we're in the ballpark. We are in the ballpark. We're going to comfortably make it through Q1. I reckon in Q3, we have a chance to be in the top 5. Look at that. We're right there. We're in a bit of trouble. We are in a bit of trouble. Our drivers got held up first lap in Q2, and it basically comes down to this final lap. Can they put in a strong enough lap? Everybody's gone out really early, you know. We're going to come out now. If we hold them up, that seems like a them problem to me. So we're going to come out now. We're going to be able to get our laps in. They've got out really early. There's plenty of time. We're starting our lap. I'll tell you what. They're going to hold us up. Shit. I think we've actually done this. Please tell me they didn't hold us up. Gasly crosses the line. Did he get held up? I have no idea if he got held up. Gasly. Okay, he goes up to P7. That's good enough. What about K-Mag? K-Mag coming across the line. Can he get himself into Q3? I think K-Mag got held up. We bottled it for K-Mag. Gasly got through. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the traffic. Oh my gosh, we've had a nightmare. Kevin Magnussen out. P14. Our car looks strong this weekend. Look, he was 3/10 off the pace than he was in Q1. He definitely got held up. Gasly, on the other hand, maybe he could challenge to get into the top 6. Damn, that's frustrating. If they look, they're going out so early. I mean, we have to. I don't want to get held up on my lap, so we're going out now. Danny Rick comes out around the same time, but we're going to get the best of the track. So we're starting our lap now. We can see what everybody else does. Verstappen can't even go pole, so their first laps are pretty quick. Gasly is improving. That is the important part. We want to get at least P7. I think P7 is where we're going to get ahead of Norris, ahead of Ricciardo. If we could get into the top 6 somehow, that would have to be a somewhat special lap from Pierre Gasly. I don't think it's going to be, but I think it's going to be enough for top 7. What? Where has that come from? Pierre Gasly has put it P3. What's a lap? Unbelievable. I think they've all done their laps, right? Yeah, they're all coming into the pits. P3. That's the pace of our car. That's what Magnussen's missed out on. What? I was like, oh, he's going to get P7. He's putting a worldie of a lap. Absolute worldie. P3 for Pierre Gasly. I mean, it was close to getting pole position. The upgrades have most definitely worked. P3 and P14. That's a little devastating. With Kevin Magnussen. What a qualifying. What strategy do we do now with Pierre Gasly? It's going to be a dry race. Do we go mediums to hards? But look, I'm not sure it's going to get to the end. Oh, mate, this is awful. I think a two-stop strategy could be the best possible way. I really do. I reckon we go medium. I reckon we go mediums, hards, and then switch to the softs at the very end of the Grand Prix. I reckon that could be the way. So we go kind of long on the mediums. A little bit. I don't see our tyres lasting otherwise. I mean, they like it. I say mediums, hard, softs, and we'll go on the softs for the last however many laps. I mean, I guess we'll try it. We could try the one-stop, but the one-stop's not going to work. Maybe we'll just go mediums, hards, mediums for Kevin Magnussen so we can actually push with him. But yeah, I don't see a one-stop working here. Come on in. We're ready. We are ready for the Grand Prix. Down in P14, somewhere back there, is Kevin Magnussen. P3 for Gasly. Can Gasly get a good enough start to potentially split the Red Bulls going into turn 1? It's Perez who leads Verstappen around the outside. Can he go? No, he can't. It's he's going to go side by side with the Mercedes of George Russell. You got to push a little bit, Gasly, to make sure you stay ahead. Could he potentially go for a move down the inside? Is he going to risk it? Hopefully, he just keeps it nice and simple. We will take that. Magnussen apparently losing a couple places. He's down into P16, so he's had a bit of a stinker of a start. Don't know what's happened to him, but we'll see what we can do as the race progresses. Come on, come on. You got to push. There's a big gap forming. Like, we need to get past these AlphaTauris. These AlphaTauris are defending for their lives for P11, and it's created a massive gap. We've got to get past Hamilton first, then we could get past the AlphaTauris, but they keep switching down the DRS straights. Just get past one of them, and then you've got the other one easy as can be down the next one. Gasly dropping down to P5. I don't know what's happened at the front. I haven't really been focusing, but Gasly's down to P5. That's okay. We don't mind too much. It was a little bit annoying, but so what? Russell out of DRS range, so Verstappen's likely just going to run away with the win. And, I mean, Magnussen just can't get past these AlphaTauris. I think the undercut is the way to do it, because these cars are right in the way, and Magnussen just can't get a move. We'll give him a few more laps. If he's not done it by lap 17, we might go for a pretty big undercut on the cars up ahead. Gasly losing track to the leaders. Shit, he's dropped down to P5. Bottas is coming to the pits. That's why the gap has opened. So people are coming into the pits now. Magnussen's still stuck in this train. What are they going on? They must be doing a two-stop. Bottas onto the hards. Okay, so he's done for an early pit stop. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm going to go early with Kevin Magnussen. His race is falling away. It is falling away here. Hamilton has got ahead of both AlphaTauris. Magnussen couldn't do that. So we're going to pit him. We're going to pit him onto the hard tyres. Try and jump these few cars. Gasly's doing a good job. Just about hanging on to the back. I think he's got DRS, so it's going to protect him from Carlos Sainz. And Gasly, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job holding on. Come on, K-Mag. K-Mag into the pits. No one else does. Comes out in clear air. Okay, that is good. Alonso did come into the pits earlier. He's behind Kevin Magnussen. We're going to push this lap just in case anybody else comes in with Magnussen. Try and pull away from Alonso, who's also on the hard tyres, and prevent any potential overcut from the cars ahead. Gasly still just sitting in P5. We're going to see now Verstappen into the pits. Who else is going to come in? I'm intrigued to see. Have we timed this perfectly? Is Hamilton coming in? Any of those? No, they're not. They go around one more time. All right, that's fine by me. Verstappen coming out the pits. Where does he come relative to Bottas? It looked like Bottas got held up by Tsunoda. So Verstappen comfortably retains the lead. But I think Magnussen's done a good enough job where he's going to come out ahead of all those cars. So we'll just kind of settle down. And actually, we'll push. We'll still push. We'll still push just to make sure. Have they come in now? Have any of them come in now? I don't know if they have. Hold on. Norris, Ocon. Okay, now this will be an interesting time to see. Have we done a good enough job to get ahead of these cars as they come out the pits? They're coming down. The Alpine of Esteban Ocon. We've just about got ahead, and we're ahead of Ocon. So that is good news. Now we've got Latifi ahead. We've got Mick Schumacher, and we've got Lando Norris further up the road. And Guan Yu Zhou's got past Hamilton, so hopefully they battle, and neither of them can get back past us, because we're going to get held up in this little Aston Martin Williams battle that no one gives a shit about. All right, we've got to get this move done. Come on. I'm pretty sure you get DRS down here, don't you? Or it's DRS down the next straight. Surely we have to get it done right here. There's going to be DRS. Oh my god, he's basically blocking us up. It is Nicholas Latifi. Around the outside we go. We've got the move done now. Is it too little too late? Is Hamilton coming into the pits? No, he's not. All right, I think we're okay. We've used up pretty much all our battery just to get past Latifi. And we've got to try and pull away a little bit. Ocon gets past Latifi as well. Yeah, we're going to be in a bit of a battle with Ocon. Magnussen just trying to find a way back into the points. I'm trying to go as long as I can with the Ferraris. They're basically dragging me along with DRS as we go past one of them. I don't really want to be fighting them. We're trying to work together. Hamilton's in the pits. Ricciardo's in the pits. Where do we come out compared to Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton coming down the pit lane now. We've got out ahead of him. Perfect. All right, so that's a couple places gained. We're in P13. I don't know if we're going to get into points. It's going to be very difficult. We did pit earlier than other people. We've pushed a little bit more. Latifi's had an accident. I think he's had a crash with Hamilton. He has. What's happened down there? Latifi's in the wall. Hamilton, I don't know what's happened to him. DRS disabled. Safety car. Oh my days. Gazzy's won the lottery here. Gazzy has won the absolute lottery. Do we go hards and then... Do we go? No, yeah, we'll go to hards. We'll go on to the hards. Gazzy's won the lottery. He lost the place of science, which kind of sucks. But he's probably going to come back out in P3. What do we do with Magnussen? We can't pit him. He will lose so many places. I mean, he'll lose maybe, what, 4 places? Because I think Hamilton has to come in. Do we go on to the mediums now? Does that make sense? No, because we don't have another set. If we had another set of mediums, then maybe, or another set of hards. All right, we'll keep him out there, and we'll just make sure we go conserve on everything. But this has worked absolutely perfect for Pierre Gasly, who's into the pits. But actually, the Ferrari's double stacked. We should come out ahead of one of the Ferraris in Carlos Sainz. Yes, we do. We're going to come out in P2. Oh my days. Absolutely perfect. It's worked out perfect for Gasly. Verstappen down in P5. You got Russell in 6. Perez in down in P7. This has worked absolutely perfect. It has all worked perfect for Pierre Gasly so far. I'm not getting ahead of myself. Maybe, I don't know if we go for it or not. I don't know. But Magnussen, we certainly will, because we need to try and find as many places as possible. I guess we give him some ERS just to defend against Carlos Sainz in behind. So we're underway for the safety car restart, and Sainz, he's looking at us, but he's not going to make a move. And you can see already that AlphaTauri dropping behind on the used hard tyres. If you want to hold up Max Verstappen, that'll be great. But Verstappen gets past at the earliest opportunity, but he will hold up the Mercedes, the Mercedes behind him, and also the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. But Verstappen gets through quick enough to keep his basically race win alive. But we're certainly in this. We're certainly in for a podium here. We just can't let Charles Leclerc get away from us in the first couple laps. Oh, look at this. I mean, Guan Yu Zhou, he's holding up everybody, which has created this opportunity for potentially Magnussen to get through. We're going to go full attack mode. We're going to try and make the most of this. Can we find a spot? Can we find a spot to make an overtake? I think now's the time. Look at the Alpine. He's dropped far behind. Come on, K-Mag. You can make a move, surely. Surely. We just need a couple places. That's all we need. This could save your race. Around the outside, down the inside, wherever you want. He can't make it. He can't make it just yet. We're staying full attack mode. The Ocon is out of DRS range. He's not struggling on his tyres at all. We're going to breeze past him now. So that's good news. But we've got to catch up to the train up ahead. And points is now on the horizon for Kevin Magnussen. But thanks to that safety car. Pit stoppers. Verstappen's pit. Oh, shit. Verstappen has pit. Hopefully he comes out in traffic. Is he going to come out behind Kevin Magnussen? He does. He comes out in traffic. That is very good news. Yes, he's come out behind Yuki Tsunoda. So he's pit too early. Loads of people have pit. Loads and loads of people have pit. We should have probably pit with Kevin Magnussen. We're going to have to pit very soon. Actually, with Kevin Magnussen. But we're going to stay out there with Gasly. We'll just stay out there with Gasly. Keep him going. We're going to put him on the soft tyres at the end of the Grand Prix. I reckon Ferrari are just going to go to the end on the hards. I could see them doing that. It's going to be tight whether they can. They're going to be slow towards the end. I think we're going to pit just to be safe. But I can see Ferrari going to the end on those hard tyres. Alright, we're going to bring Magnussen in this lap. Bring him in this lap. Gasly P2. We're going to tell him to push like crazy. And we're going to bring him in onto a new set of mediums for the end of the Grand Prix. But we're seeing what his in-lap can be like. So hopefully he's done a strong in-lap. There are cars coming out. Driving past. Russell goes past. Vettel goes past. But we come out ahead of Lando Norris. I think that's a pretty good spot where we've come out. We've used up all our ERS, obviously, just on the in-lap. But I think we're close enough where we might actually get some DRS from Vettel and Russell up ahead and be able to stay with them. I think just about we're going to have to go full attack mode just to make sure we don't have any ERS to use. Oh, it's going to be tight. This is very, very important for our race. Come on. Come on. It's 9. Oh, I think we might have lost it. Oh, I think we were out of it. Are we out of it? Are we in it? Are we out of it? Oh, keep battling. Oh, now we're going to be in it. Perfect. Come on. Just stay with him. Stay with him, K-Mag. He's done it. He's done it. He's done it. Come on. He's in DRS and he's going to be pulled along by these two. So perfect. Do we do the one stopper with Gasly? That is what I'm thinking. If we do the one stopper, I think it's a podium. I genuinely think it's a podium. I don't know. I don't know. Is it... We've got to lighten the tyres just to think of it. I think it is, you know. I think it is a one stopper. I think it is a one-stopper for Pierre Gasly. I don't think there's much to lose. I think it's P3 or P2 if we go for the one stop. We'll just go light in the tyres the next few laps to make sure. Yeah, we're going to do a one-stopper for Pierre Gasly. Magnussen, on the other hand, P14. It doesn't look like he's scoring points, does it? Let's see everybody else's tyres. Tsunoda probably has to pit. Actually, he's probably going to try and stick it out. Hamilton has to pit. Albon has to pit. Yes, he could score points, but it's looking unlikely. Whereas Gasly is looking like he might score a podium.
Copy.
Wait, what happened to Leclerc? Hold on a second. I was like, hold on. We lost track of science, so we were pushing to try and catch up. Leclerc's locked up. Hold on a second. We could be in for a race win. Leclerc goes wide. He's dropped down into P3. Leclerc's bottled it. We're pushing like crazy just to try and get back in that DRS of Carlos Sainz. It's probably not the best ideas when our tyres are this bad, but we are trying to push as much as we can. If we get back in that DRS, we're in for a race win. Potential race win. Are we there? Are we there? We're in it. Surely we're in it. I think we've got DRS down this straight. If we get it down this straight, we're going to close in on the Ferrari. Yes, we are. With 7 temps, we're in for a race win at Albert Park in Australia. Gasly is making the most of this. This is going to be a very, very tight race. It's going to be a tight, tight battle. He goes for the overtake for the race lead. We don't really care. We just need to settle down on our tyres and save some ERS for when it matters. So we're going to take the lead of the Grand Prix. We're going to go light on the tyres and harvest. We don't care if we overtake or not just yet. That's Magnussen. How's he got up there? He's up in a P8. Oh my days, everything's coming together. Everything is coming together, but we've got to stay with Carlos Sainz. Magnussen, on the other hand, we're going to push. We're going to try and pull out of that DRS range from Guan Yu Zhou. We already have. We already have. I don't know what's happened to Hamilton. He's still... Oh, he's trying to stay out on those hard tyres. That's not happening. Magnussen up in a P8. I think that's where he's going to finish. That will be a solid result with Russell down in P11. And he's pulled out of any DRS danger. Magnussen on a roll. Gasly's in the lead of the Grand Prix. What is going on here in Australia? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go for fastest lap this lap. We're going to go for fastest lap with Magnussen this lap. There's no one in the way. Why not? We'll go for it. And we're going to keep an eye on that gap with Gasly for first. I don't even want to skip. I want to make sure we're focused on Gasly because we're in for a race win. We don't want to screw this one up. Third race of the season. To get a race win, that would be absolutely incredible. We're basically just harvesting, conserving fuel, going light in the tyres, so we have everything we need for that final lap of the Grand Prix. Because look how powerful the DRS is. Look at that. We're back in the lead already. We're just going to make sure we have the tyres at the end of this Grand Prix. Magnussen going for fastest lap. He's about to come up to the line. What's he got in the locker? Kevin Magnussen doesn't get it. 3 laps to go off the cross of the line. We're basically just sitting behind Carlos Sainz. I mean, now going side by side. But we're trying to go light in the tyres. We're basically trying to preserve them so we can push at the right time. Yellow flag in sector 3. Neither of my drivers. I don't think Magnussen's going to get close enough. I don't think he's going to get close enough to Bottas or Ricciardo to do any damage. We're going to try our best to see if we can get any further up the grid. We're going to push a little bit just to try and catch Bottas or Ricciardo. I know Ricciardo's tyres might be going off soon. He's on the harder compound tyre. He'll be going a little bit slower, but we'll have to see. Gasly, on the other hand, he's sticking behind Sainz. So, lap number 57. We want to be behind at the end of this lap. We want to be behind. No, we don't want to be in front. We're going to have to push like crazy next lap. But Magnussen, he's kind of closing the gap, but the other two, they're just doing DRS. He's not going to get close enough. He's not going to close in enough to challenge those drivers up ahead. Gasly, though, he's sitting there in front. I tell you what, Sainz is going to get him on the next DRS. Then we're going to go for it. This is a race. This is our race. This is our race to win. Sainz breeze past him. Sainz does breeze past him. Okay, now we're going to go aggressive. Now we're going to get ready to go for the race win. We've got deploy mode. We've got aggressive. We've got fuel push. We've got everything we need. But look at this. For Carlos Sainz, he's defending for his life. We're going to chuck an overtake. There's a couple more DRS zones that we can make overtakes on. Verstappen getting past Charles Leclerc. Look at it. It's all kicking off. I didn't realise how close they are. They're going to be in DRS range. Everybody is going to have a chance. We have to drive like absolute crazy. Sainz in P2. Leclerc P3. Verstappen in P4. Anybody in the top 4 can still win this Grand Prix. Magnussen closing in on Bottas and Ricciardo up ahead, who are really scrapping it out. Come on, K-Mag. You can push like crazy. They're going side by side. Magnussen could still get P6 in his Grand Prix, but the focus is on Pierre Gasly, who's fighting for P1. Does he have enough in him? Does he have enough in him to stay ahead? He's got half a second, but there's one more DRS zone. Here it is. Is Sainz going to close it enough to go for an overtake on Pierre Gasly? He is closing at a reach a notch, but Gasly stays ahead. Leclerc stays ahead of Verstappen for now. Gasly looks like he's going to come home to win his first Grand Prix of the season. Magnussen, on the other hand, could still gain a position or two. He is pushing like crazy to close it on Bottas and Ricciardo. Are they going to go side by side? He's going to go right down to the very end, but full focus on Gasly as he wins here in Australia. Pierre Gasly takes P1. Magnussen, on the other hand, is there one last charge? One late charge for Kevin Magnussen. Can he get across the line ahead of the Alfa Romeo or the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas? Is going to come right down to the wire. Not quite. He's going to have to settle for P8. Maybe one more lap and he could get the move done. But P1 for Pierre Gasly. He wins in Australia, the 3rd race of the season, and we get a P1. Maybe we are in that battle for the top 3 in the constructors this season. Magnussen P8, so close to a potential P6. Got helped by that safety car. That safety car helped both drivers, actually. But a race win, that's huge. That is huge. And that shows the progress we're making. That shows that upgrade with the rear wing has changed everything. And we had a strong qualifier from Gasly as well. Look at that. 51 points, Mercedes 58. We haven't made many mistakes so far this season. We're in for that battle for the top 3, and you can see there's 4 constructors fighting for race wins this year. Gasly P3 in the Drivers' Championship. Look at that, P3. He's absolutely flying. Magnussen on 12 points in P8. I think this is going to be a solid season. I want to get in that top 3. I really do think we can get in that top 3. Development point for Kevin Magnussen in what likely is going to be his last year. He is struggling compared to Gasly. But I mean, what a race that was. To take our first race win of the season. We're going into Imola next time out. I don't think that's as good of a track for us, but we will be in Imola, and we've got some regulations. What's this? Oh, we don't want major regulation changes, I don't think. I think we're going to vote for minimal. We'll vote for minimal, and we'll see what happens after. I mean, that just means a lot. Yeah, no, we'll just vote for minimal. And we'll see what they come back with after that. You can see congratulations, post-race review, up-and-coming driver. We don't care. We've got Jack Doohan on the reserve. Let's see what Jack Doohan... He's 76 right now. He's got a development rating. We've upgraded his smoothness a lot. I still want to get him in the car in like 2 years' time. I think it'll be a good story, but I'm not sure how much we can upgrade him in that reserve role. I'm not sure when it's going to stop. Magnussen getting an upgrade himself will upgrade his defending. He's still 82 rated, and Gazzy has a development point as well. Look at that. Everybody's got development points. I think we need to upgrade the defending of both drivers, but we're flying. We are flying high in Haas, and we're trying to push into that top 3 in the Constructors, and hopefully in a season or 2 time, we'll be winning the Constructors title and winning a Driver's title. I mean, why not this year? You know, with the upgrades coming thick and fast, who knows? If you did enjoy this episode, make sure you go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.